All right. Now, yeah, just set the troll mode, guys. You know how that goes. So, all right. So we're in the dungeon today. And let me tell you, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess because, see, y'all are a little crooked. Because I got a new workbench. Show y'all. Check that out. And yeah, it has some peg holders, but you know what I think I'm going to do on the peg holders? um, I was like, you know, those peg holders would hold these like ribbit. So yeah, I'm kind of excited. So my plan is to basically, hey Debs. Well, Val, I've been in the dungeon all morning, but I wanted another surface to where when I'm sorting things for either photography or if I'm doing a lot of packaging, I didn't want it all on my packing bench and have to keep moving things around because sometimes I might be photographing, but I got to do some packing. So we got that. Then we also got another little shelf unit, and the plan over there is the things that are in like the small totes, like those cupcake toppers and things of that nature. And then the top shelf is anything like really big that I don't want to go into a bin, like the Panther lamp, some other lamps and stuff like that. So it got it off the floor, basically. I still need to get another rack in here. But because of those little projects, everything got piled up. It's crazy. So I was just like, you know what? There's some totes that I can't even remember what's in them. And I gotta lie, I did pop the lid on a couple of them, and I was like, oh, okay. So, today we just start going through some of these totes, see what you think about where things should end up at. You know, if it should just go back to the thrift or if I should list it online or possibly Facebook Marketplace, because there's going to be some things that I don't want to ship. I'm just going to tell you right now. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm just going to tell you, most of the stuff has been in these bins for a freaking long time. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. So, one thing I came across, and I want to open it to where you can see it, are these new old stock little miniature sugared fruit. So you got, I think, apple, pear, and then a red apple. Oh, look how little those things are. And these came from the Saks department store. And I got them in 2021. Isn't that crazy? So these I thought would be pretty easy to list. And by the way, if you see something while we're going through it that you're interested in, I'll do my best to quote you a price. I may have to send you a private listing just because I don't know off the top of my head what shipping might be on a couple of these things, but you have to let me know if you're interested. So I came across this tub the other night because one of my daughter's friends was looking for some pink sugar and creamer, which I did not have. I think I have every color but I forgot I had this tote of these waffle, I think they were Lancaster glass, but they're referred to as a waffle pattern, and they were berry bowls. So I had a set of 4 of them, and they're the little amethyst color berry bowls. Aren't those pretty? So I'll probably just list those as a set, just to clear them out. And then they also had, and I think I only had 3, but there were also the little matching saucers, but I only had 3 of those guys. And I don't even remember when I got these things. So those will probably just be one listing on them. Alrighty. Then also, look at this. I had a pair of these etched cranberry. Probably they sat on a mantle. I thought it was pretty, but they're not flash. They're the stained glass. But I thought they were so pretty. And there is another one in here. We had 2 of them. But I'm kind of thinking of doing these on maybe Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, aren't they pretty? Because I'm like, these aren't like what I would call high dollar glass. I'm not saying they're cheap glass, but I was thinking maybe just do a local pickup on these, because I think it'd be nice to have them still in their set. And then I also had, and these will probably go on Facebook Marketplace too, but I had 2 of these, like the hurricane style, where you just stick a big old candle in the middle of those. So I probably will list those, like I said, Facebook Marketplace. We do have even something called the dollar auction, where it's a Facebook group where you put things and they just start at $1, and it's kind of like a high bid basically, except on Facebook. And then at the end of the week, whoever had the highest bid, would win it. So I contemplated just putting them there. But then I also had the Rose Bowl in that cranberry. No, I am in Omaha, Nebraska, but Iowa is just about 20 miles down the road. And we had this amethyst piece. What, the high bid? Yeah, high bid is everywhere. Every state has high bid. Oh, the dollar auction. Yeah, I think see, some friends of mine in Lincoln used to do the dollar auction all the time. At one time it's still here on District, the dollar auction, but none of us are really selling over there because it just wasn't getting the same kind of traction as Facebook Marketplace. But it was like Steve and Donna would clean out houses. Like after estate sales were done, they would get paid to come in and clean out the house or their storage unit. And then they would do things that wouldn't go on their eBay. They would just put on this dollar auction on Facebook. So that's how I discovered it. And come to find out, there is one in Omaha. So if you just go on Facebook and search dollar auction, there's probably one in your town. And people do put some good stuff up there. Steve and Donna used it for things that they either didn't want to ship, or things that just weren't high enough value, to deal with. So, but I am thinking these pieces of glass that I'm going to just put on there, and it's just local, like I said, local pickup on those. Oh, yeah. I hear you, Willie. I hear you. And those. And then I also had in that, look at this. This antique. This would be an antique vase. But I thought it was so pretty because it had that twist to it. So I haven't looked this one up to see if it's Dugan or Northwood, but isn't that? It's the 7th, Willie. It's the 7th. That one. In the box. That one will, I'll probably list that one up on Vamp. We'll see if anybody's interested in that, because there's usually a very specific collector market for those antique ones. All right, we got that one. Then I have no idea what's in this tote. This is one of those ones where this stuff just started. I was throwing things figuratively, not literally. Oh my god. So, look at that one. This one was Roy Kirkham, England, 2008. Isn't that pretty? With all the butterflies on it. So that will get listed. I thought that was pretty. And it's even got like a wisteria and the butterfly on the inside. Well, that's not bad, actually. But I'm kind of surprised. Like I said, the one here starts at $1. So it's a good deal for like resellers, I think. Or especially like if you have a booth. This one I do need to look up because this one is Lefton and it's one of those lights. So she will come to Vamp. Look at her. Look at her little Lefton sticker. But I have the little insert for her. She didn't have any chips or cracks. Isn't she cute? She's what did they call her? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember who she was. But I thought she was adorable. It's oh my god, why can't I think of I thought about it like about 20 minutes before the show because I couldn't remember where this thing was. But she was adorable. And her. So I will probably I'll either bring her next week or I'll get her listed this week. Then I also had this piece of art. Look at that. Like the people that like the Picasso style, and it was signed. And it also was custom framed on the back. I know, Willie, I couldn't resist. I was like, you know what? That kind of stuff will be fun, I think, in the bathroom. I always like to put those random kind of things. So I'm thinking that one will get listed. What is this? Try not to crinkle. Oh, guys. What is this? Oh. Don't you like it when I'm like, oh, look at that. This can come to a vamp. Someone took, and it's dated 1936, but it looks like someone took a piece of embroidery and framed it. Look how cool that one is. It's all like, what do you call it? Like the French knot on the flowers. Let's see, here was where they dated it. And it was Isabel's first embroidery, December 21st, 1936. She was 12 years old when she did that. How cool is that, guys? Look at all that work. I remember doing that kind of work. I think I earned my Girl Scout sewing badge around that age. And I hand made my rag doll and embroidered her whole face. I made a quilted pillow. Don't ask me to do that stuff today. I know, Willie. Isn't that cool? So I got to get that listed, right? Telling y'all, you'll never know what I'm going to find in here. Like, we had that, and then we have a random, what's on here? A random Harley Davis frame. Oh my God. We have a little everything in here. What is that? Not even. Ew. Okay. Then we have a little lucite egg paperweight. This one is by Design Gifts. How pretty that one is. It's not yellowed or anything. Yeah, hey, you never know. You never know. These are those little rosewood little stands, and I think I picked them. I want to say I have some eggs that those will go in, but I don't know where I put them. Then we have this Hawaiian carved wood bowl. Isn't that cute? This is like Christmas, y'all. I don't remember what I put in here. And I don't remember these. Oh my goodness. I don't know. These are going to take a hot minute to think about. Look at these. These are little oil paintings. And they're like in a little plastic frame. Check those out. Look at all, and they're all raised, so they're not like prints. Aren't those pretty? I kind of hoard these things, so I need to get them all like in one place and decide which ones I'm keeping and which ones I'm going to let go of, because I don't have enough wall space for all of them. And then this guy, this brass hook. He's like a sailor. Oh gosh. Y'all, I found more trade cards. Look at all these. We're probably going to have to do a little show on trade cards because look how many of them are. Looks like most of these are French. So I need to, and that's the other thing about today. There were things in here that need to go in different tubs to get sorted, you know, like items kind of thing. And we had this chicken Scentsy warmer. Oh, Laura's Day coming up. All right, what else is in here? Yep. We have this little gal. It's a little lusterware, Japan. Little candle holder. Isn't she cute? She used to go in the Christmas. I can't tell you how many times I find things and yeah, I mean, you find like those green ones, you know what I'm talking about? But I don't see the lusterware. She's like a iridescent, white iridescent. And then these were not even with the other Wades. So we had the chimpanzee. We had the orangutan. We have the little raccoon. I have the starfish. A little crab for those crabby people. The little diving helmet. And then we have the treasure chest. So those should probably go with other Wades. And y'all, I have a question. I had some huge lots of Wades. I have moved through some of them, but I had a lot, well, not a lot, but quite a few that had just a little bit of damage, like a little chip here or there, that I did not want to list. Is that something that somebody would be interested in crafting with? Because I was just thinking about putting them up is a lot to get them out of my way. Look at this little Kokeshi doll. Yeah, because they were, I mean, some of the chips, like, they weren't huge, obvious chips, but I was just like, well, I can't throw them out. Isn't he cute? Yeah. Little Kokeshi. So those can get listed. I'm kind of feeling like, I don't know. I'll look up the Scentsy, but I think the Scentsy might go back to the GW. I'm just saying. Well, that's what I was thinking, Romish Junkie, that they would be good for an assemblage. Ooh, look at this. Look at this little celluloid. But look, it looks like a little clam the way it opens up. So I think like put a little ring in there. But I love the atomic. And y'all, these boxes are insane. Like the prices on those things have gotten stupid. That. Look at this guy. This is made in Hong Kong. But look, it still has this glass insert. Hey, Sharon. Isn't that cute? So can you imagine like putting like a little mermaid figurine in there Wouldn't that be perfect to do a little assemblage in? That would be cute. I don't know what this is. Like I said, there were the random things in here. This is a little vintage address book. Look how cute. It's a Hallmark, but never been used. That would probably be a cute little like junk journal thing, right? I don't know. Here we go. Things they don't teach you in school. Maybe we'll have to start playing these games, Willie. It's still sealed. Ages 17 and up. Definitely not your traditional trivia game with boring questions about who wrote Sherlock Holmes stories or where the 1996 Summer Olympics were held. Instead, it's hilarious, addictively entertaining trivia game with more than 400 unexpected questions and answers you never see coming. Let's see what one of these, because these might end up just being package toppers. I think some of these I picked up thinking they would be good with the fam, like at Christmas time when we're sitting around. Right? I don't think Willie can play. Let's see. Let's see if I can read it. How long does champagne stay bubbly after open if the bottle is not resealed? "24 hours. I would think it'd go flat before that. Did you burn fat if you sweat in a sauna? No. What? Why do pigs roll around in mud? Pigs cannot sweat, so instead they roll around in mud, which provides protection against the sun and keeps their body temperature at a normal level. Oh, I can't read that one. Last one, y'all can read that. That's why it's 17 and up. Oh my. I'll have to, before I put those in anybody's packages, I better look at them, right? Then I had Snaffooey. Look how cool that little guy is. It has dice, cards. What on earth? Some of these things I've never even heard of. Do you ever find yourself in the thrift and you're looking at some of these games and you're like, where did that come from? Oh, look. So you got the little teeny tiny chips and the little dice. Oh, look how fun these cards are. Huh. Oh, no. I wonder. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We could have had a t-shirt, guys. There are instructions, I think, in here. Isn't that cool? That's fun. Maybe I'll do like a game lot or something. I don't know. I don't know where I have this. I'm going to say Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. Look at that. It's a special advanced copy. It's not for resale. Well, I think the thrift didn't look at that. I wonder. It's not signed. It's a pretty book. I don't even remember picking that up. And then we had a couple of golden books. The Whispering Rabbit. And then we have the Golden Book of Fairy Tales. This one's an older one because there's no barcode on it. Look how pretty the inside is. It is not for what? And I don't remember picking this one up. Look at this. The the Gingerbread Boy. How old is this book? Look at the inside. This one was made in the USA. Oh, it's whatever. Convert that. Somebody convert that. The book itself is in really good condition. I mean, the cover, but without the jacket. Oh, look. Look at what it looks like without the jacket. So I think the jacket protected it. Let's see, what else is in here? Oh, this is a milk glass glove box. Look how pretty that is. It's so big. And I don't see just a tiny flea bites, but other than that, it's in beautiful shape. Do y'all ever find the glove boxes? I don't come across the glove box very often. This is weird. So, oh, I forgot I had this because I have one of these. Oh. You'll see. So it's in a stack of them. But you have that one. Then we have the hummingbird. They're all glass. Then we have the train. And then this one, I have one just like this upstairs. It's the angry bluebird. Isn't he cute? Little fat, angry little dude. I always get a lot of compliments on him because when people come in, they see him when they come into my kitchen. Oh, good Lord, y'all. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm just going to warn you, this stuff, I probably have to look up. I'm just going to warn you right now. Look at this. It's like, it's material, but it's kind of like a glitter. But it is a presentation box. Look at that inside. It's like a little clamshell. Isn't that cool? But also, this, I bought this in 2023, guys. Holy moly. So, I mean, Lord. Good thing Jessica's not down here because she's probably going to be going, what the hell, mother? What the hell? So, look at these guys. So, I'm going to try to, because they're like in their, how I bought them. They put them in these little plastic things. Let me see. These are freaking adorable. What did I pay for that? I don't even know what I paid for that. Lord, mercy. So this one does have a maker mark. I can't. It's a Jerry. Look at him. Look at that little nose. But you see, there's his little maker mark. I didn't even know I had these. Some of these I'll know right off the top of my head what I'd run them as, but I don't know. I can't guarantee all of them I'll know. Look at the terrier. Look, he's got little rhinestones on his collar, little red rhinestones. And he doesn't have, I don't see a mark on him. How cute is he? Those. I was going to tell you that. I don't even know what's in here because I don't even remember buying this stuff. So this, I think, okay. If this have a mark? This reminds me of another set that I have, but I don't know if that's the maker of it. But Kremitz is what I'm thinking of, but I don't see a mark off the top of my head. But the style reminds me of it. So you have the leaves with the little clear rhinestones, so it's like a little choker. But then you also have, let's see, did they identify it? Oh. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. But it comes with like matching little screwbacks. This is beautiful in person, guys. It is absolutely gorgeous. I have to see if I can find a maker mark though on it because it does remind me of the Kremz, Kremz. Need Felicia. Need Felicia in here. Oh, this is pretty. So this is, look at this. This is B234. B234. Okay, they don't have a maker on this, but this is a pendant brooch. Look how gorgeous that is. It's got the riveted Y back, and then you have you can run a ribbon through it if you wanted to do it as a pendant. It is absolutely stunning. No maker mark, but I think that's a nice piece. Hey, Julie. So I have to check into that one. This one is, they said, no, this is not the needle point. This is, what is this? No, this is like Christmas all over again. So this is made in West Germany, and it's painted porcelain, but it's a pendant. Look at that. How pretty is that? That is gorgeous. Usually I inventory everything, so I'll have to go and see if I have, what did I pay for all this stuff? But I bought it in 2023, so I didn't pay a fortune back then. This is cool. This one is cool. This is, let's see, 17. This one's made in Austria. They did identify it. So this is an Austrian brooch. You're not too late, Jilly. But look, it's a ship. Look how pretty that is. I just can't believe. Well, I can. I thought I organized all my jewelry, but so I'm not 100% surprised that I did that. These are, ooh, these are cool. These are cool. Where are these? These are swank cufflinks, but they're chess pieces. Yes, Jilly, it is a higher quality. Look at those. They're like a pewter, I'm thinking. Little swank cufflinks. Aren't those cool? Well, I had good taste back then, I think. Alrighty, so this is a bag of several. I'm looking to see, but so we got some Christmas, okay, guys? We got some Christmas. Look at this reindeer. It even has a little red nose. Yeah. We have. I don't want to get stabbed. I don't need my DNA. Oh, look how pretty that wreath is with the green and red rhinestones. I don't see a maker mark on that one. Isn't that pretty? And that one. And then I don't see a mark on this one. All the paint looks really good on these. Well, except for this little guy. This little guy would probably go in a craft lot. He's the little deer. But I say crap because like his little chest is a little discolored. And then what? We have a snowman. So the snowman is like cut out, like that laser cut kind of style. And then you got all the rhinestones all around. I don't see a maker mark on that one either. Yes, Jilly. I also said if the people see something that they're interested in, that I can definitely, run, quote, and figure out the shipping, like, then we can do that. Um, some things, the shipping, I might have to, like, put to the side, like send a private invoice, because there are a couple things that they're good, but I don't know off the top of my head what the shipping would be. This one is pretty sure this is going to be liquid silver, but it's like a fetish necklace. But this would be that liquid silver. So I need to clean it up a bit. Cute. So, I'll probably, it might even come to next week's show. I'll either have some things listed or I'll bring it like for auction. We might, I don't know. But if you're watching it on the replay and you see something you're interested in, you can always reach out to me. But like that glove box, I have to figure out what the shipping is going to be on that. This is a Austria Petit Point, and it's original box. So, how pretty that is with the violets and the silver tone. It's in really good shape. No yellowing or anything. And like I said, it comes in its original box. Yeah, I'm trying to get this area cleared out, so some things just may get listed as buy it now, just so I can get them moved. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get organized down here, guys. I'm trying really hard. I don't know the anxiety I've been having all week over this mess that was made to try to get this new workbench and shelf unit in here. I had to move everything in order to get it in. But this is West Germany. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? So it's all plastic, acrylic, whatever. But the colors, aren't the colors so pretty? And like I said, it is West Germany. Yeah. I like these kind of colors for fall. I like the really rich jewel tone. I'm not a pastel-y kind of girl. I'm more of a jewel tone. So, and I have some brooches. Beautiful, some really beautiful brooches and those colorways that I still need to list. All right. So I always tell you these egg crates are good for storage. So we have, this is a Joseph original. Oh, look at that little bear. And he's still on his original card. To Bren from Sue. But he's one of those little, what do you call it? Those little fuzzy ones, flocked. And then we have the little naughty dog peeing on his little hydrant. Look how cute that is. Isn't that cute? And then we have these little cups, these little miniature cups, but they have this blue flower on them. That's cute. And then these are little Homeco. Little Homeco bear is picnic basket. But there's like a set. So it has this little table on his tree stump. And then there's the girl holding the dog. This one I don't think has any relation to it, but the little pig. Look at this face. Look how funny he is. Then we have a set of swordfish. And these are those, what do you call it? You know, the ones that come on the cards. Them. Oh, look, we have a Boyd's little pink opalescent mouse. So, yeah, this one is a Boyd's. Isn't that pretty? How are you doing? We're just going through some of these bins. So I think all of those will come to that. We'll get those listed. And then, oh Lord, I'm surprised that didn't get broke. So when I say I'm surprised it didn't get broke, look. Oh yes, that I absolutely love, that shipping station. Let me get this glass in here before that breaks. Lord. Look, it's a little pewter frame. Yeah, how these things are hard to find these days. They're really hard to find. So if you've never seen my shipping station, here we go. So I have my light box here. I have all of my boxes down below as well as up here. And then my husband hung my bubble wrap. These were closet, the rod holders, and then we just put them upside down over there. And then the shelf that would have went through here, I hung on the side, and I'm going to use it like a peg shelf, you know, to organize. So, but yeah, I absolutely love it because then everything is just right here. And instead of that wire shelf, my husband got a piece of particle board, and then I got some contact paper with a barnwood pattern and wrapped it on there. So I absolutely love it. Best investment I ever made. So it's basically it's a large storage rack that we converted. All right, what in the world? I don't even know what this is. Where did that come from? Oh, look at that. Look at that label. Look at this little Disney book, Frontierland. It's a little Whitman coloring book. And I don't think it has a couple of pages have been colored on, but for the most part, it hasn't. Yeah, yeah. It's a real easy thing to do, and it's well worth doing. So this, let's see what's in here. What is this? So, oh, these are, okay, let's see if I can do it. It is a book of war savings bond dividers. So And then there's a life insurance tab on here. There's fire insurance. So it's like a home inventory kind of thing. Automobile insurance. Last will and testament. It's kind of cool. And then I have, where did I get that from? What is in this? This is just a little portfolio thing. Maybe that came in there. I wonder if that was in there. Then we have the Victory wallet. Look how this one opens up. And it's kind of the same thing, except these all come out. Like they're, look at that. Burglary insurance. Notes. War bonds. Your last will and testament. Your fire insurance. Your deeds. Miscellaneous valuable papers. And their life insurance. All in this little nifty little container. This would be cute for junk journaling. Maybe I'll just have to do a junk journal a lot of those. This is a vintage address book. Look at how pretty this is. Look, it said keep this. Well, they didn't. They didn't keep it, guys. They did not. I don't think, yeah, hasn't been used. That would be another little cute junk journal thing. I always think it's funny when you see something that says keep this. Well, I found it. They clearly didn't keep it. Oh, these are so cute. Look at this. These little penny postcards. They are all in there, too. Look. All in there. So, like, you just pull them out as you need them. So cute. And we'll have some random postcards. To her. I don't know why I have random postcards in here, but I do. Then I have French Duotone. Utility papers that are rough and ready to work for you. Look at that. Oh, this is interesting. So it's different, like different paper samples and what they would have been used for. Sorry, Harley decided to. What? This isn't old? So you have butcher white, butcher off white, newsprint white, and newsprint age, packing carton, gray liner, packing brown wrap, construction gold. So this was made in the USA. So I think the Duotone is older than you might think. So that. I don't know. We have to look up that company and see. Then I have, what is this? This is old. So I'm looking at this. It's in little rough condition, but look at the lock. It still has this little lock on it. So the front cover is coming off of it. I'm trying to look for what this book is. This is the Book of Common Prayer. What's the date? Sacraments, other rites, ceremonies of the church, according to the United Church of England and Ireland. That's a beautiful book. Not sure how old it is. I know it's older, just on the style, but I'll have to. But even the back, look, it's still got the metal pieces on it. Pretty. Not pretty for display. Even though that front cover is coming off, it still is pretty for display. I think I'll have to wrap that especially. So I think I got this for myself, if I remember. I was going to hang that up somewhere. Where? I'm going to hang that. And then I have, I got this in 2023. This was photographic art studies by the Moffat Studio Gallery. And this is how it came. But look at how it's portraits of different women. So like this is, I think these are like actresses. Rain Davis in vaudeville. Margarita Silva and Gypsy Love. That's cool. Got the back one. That's Marilyn Marie Flynn, the charity girl. But it's got several pictures in here of actresses and their films or play, whatever that they were in. Then we have this Dr. King's beauty book. That, how cool that is. It's a cookbook. Health Guide Cookbook. 1904. Look at that. Even talks about pimples. Talks about how to keep your bowels regular. Gentle Pity. The Road to Happiness. Stagger Humanity. We might have to read this one day. Screams for Help. Skeeter Poison. There is all kinds of things in here, from recipes to potions, marital troubles, along with your potato salad recipe. Can't make this stuff up. Cannot make this up at all, guys. Now, let's see. I do remember buying this one, but I didn't know where I put it. Now I know where it's at. So this. Look at this. So this is K. Francis, Warner Brothers. It's a scrapbook, and it has been filled out with, it's got different different pictures in there. Isn't that cute? And then there's still some blank pages. So about half of it has been filled out. I have only found one other one of these. These are really hard to find. So, and I wondered where that one was. Now I know. All right. So let me sort of put those in there. Let's see what's in this box. Let's just see what's in this box. It's a box with another box. Oh, I should have this for 4th of July. Look at this. The little gum stars. Ooh, I'll have to do a show, guys, because I have some old bottles. But look, it's a little stack of labels, poison labels. So we'll have to plan a show. There's supposed to be 10 in here from 1920 Stratton's Drugstore from Milligan, Nebraska. So I have some other labels. So I will put all of that in one place and we'll do some old bottles and labels show. How about that, guys? Then these are Christmas seals, or seven 1940s Christmas seals in there. I don't even remember buying these. Go figure. So you have these. I'm going to separate these. So you have the Merry Christmas. And then you have the singers. You have that one. You have that one. We have that one. I think the coloring on this one is interesting because it's Christmas, but it screams Halloween. Oh yeah, are those like pixies or elves? You think? And then that one. Aren't those cool? Those are cool. Cool. I'm gonna have to like resort this bin for sure, guys. All right, it's only a couple things. I think we'll go back to the GW. Okay, I'll look up that Scentsy lamp, but I think that Scentsy lamp will probably go back because I have an Alabama one, so I don't need a rooster. This is Peter Putter's plaster pencil. Look at that. And there he is. I think that's cool. And then we have a typewriter ribbon canister. And we have accurate plastic tape. See, I needed these out for the 4th of July, Karen. Why? This would have been good. What on earth is this? So this is in this little box. Here's the back. Holy moly. They're like slides. They're Western Telephone Company. What are these? They're mounted like a slide. What are these? I don't understand. There's a whole it's like new old stock. Does anybody know what those are? I have to look up that company. And this is from a container that would have been for paper fasteners. Look how pretty the top is. The top is like an antique gold tone with the little silver base. But look how fancy the little tin is. That's cute. Oh, what is this? Oh, these are like the little erasers that came in the little tin. So, all right. So that's what was in that box. The box and the box. All right. So, geez Louise. That box was kind of exciting, don't you think? All right. So, let's do that over here. I think a lot of that stuff's going to get listed. I know, Jilly. I might do a junk drawer lot of old office stuff because I have quite a few of those little type things. All right, guys. This is the biggie. Now we're getting into the biggie stuff. So, and I don't remember, how do you say this? The Kokoloma, Khokhloma. You know, that Russian lacquer. Look at this. It's a canister. So, ooh, look at that. I think we need to get these listed, guys. I did look these up. On average, I think this size was going for like $22 to $24. So I thought those were cool. I know, Jilly. I know. But if anybody's interested, I can make you a special deal on these. We have that one. Did have another one, same size. Yeah, you don't find the really big ones that often anymore. Like I'll find the small little ones occasionally. Then we have this one. Look at that one. So yeah, I have two of those. But those take up like a whole tub. So those are getting listed. Those need to go because they're in my way. They're definitely in my way. But yeah, so this whole they take up this whole tub. And I have nowhere to use them, nowhere to display them. So they are going to go. I will list them on Vamp, and I'm going to tell you, I want to give you a better deal on Vamp. I'm just going to tell you that. Tell you right now. So let's see. Look at this little No, Julie, some of this stuff I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with. it's it's big. Like, let me show you something. Look at this. Now it's easy to ship. I mean, it's not, but I gotta find a box though. So it hasn't been listed yet. So I gotta find a box. I probably had one, but I'm sure my husband forced me to cut down the boxes because I had box mounting going on at one point. But I have several pieces of art that are big. Oh, and you know what the exciting thing is? All those paint by numbers that I brought, they all sold. Every single one of them sold. So big things do sell. This is an interesting lot. So this was a circus lot. And there's like a little, I think it's a hippo in there. I haven't done any research on these yet. Oh, and I sold that Westmoreland blue satin fairy lamp. Took an offer of $100 on it, so it's gone. These, I'm thinking I may just lot these up into a lot. So you have him, and you have this dude, and you have that guy, you have her. So I think I may just put them in lots on those and list those just to get them going. Oh, and then we had him. And I'm sure people have seen them before, so I'll just list them as a lot. You know, like I said, just get them out of here. But there was also, I think I saw the wheel in here somewhere, but it's another circus. And I think these are like a hobbyist piece, but I did see the wheels in there on this guy. So I may do just a lot on these. Oh, look at this one, guys. This one's cool. Look at that artwork on that one. So I don't know if these came in a kit or something. Yeah, Kathy, I think so. I mean, they're all good. I know they sell. I know they're a little more common, but I think maybe doing them is a lot. Somebody will like, but he still has his pipe. A lot of times the pipe is gone. So, but I like the graphics on this guy. So if you collect that, what was that stuff that Michael Todd would collect with the evil looking devil? I can't remember the name. And then we have that one. So I don't know. Might put these in a lot. What do you think? See, here's the wheel. Here's a wheel for one of them. And then there were some bigger pieces that I might do on their own. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't think they're toys. Like, I don't think they're something that children should be playing with. It says Cooper Brothers, World's Greatest. Check that out. Yeah, I think so. It'd make it easier to ship. And then I think, oh, here's another a little small one. This one says Cooper. There was oh, look, this has, I wonder these are like Hagen Renaker. Look, there are porcelain seals in there. Yeah, I think when I bought them a long time ago, I tried researching and I couldn't find anything. So I might look them up on, but I didn't have Worth Point then. Now this piece I think was a child's toy. I think it's cool. Look at that. So you would have just put stuff in it. How cool. And look, it jingles. It makes a jingling noise. Isn't that cool? I don't know how old that is, but I don't think there are no markings on it. But it's really cool. So, yeah. I think that one is definitely going to be worth researching on that one. So, yeah. So I had that whole set of circus deals that, I mean, I'll cross-post them on Vamp. I'm thinking like that last piece people might be more interested in. I don't know. We'll see. What else do we have in here? Oh, I know what I wanted to ask y'all. I have, I don't know what to do with these. I'm going to tell you, I don't know what to do with these. So they're boxes of like old games. I don't know that they're complete. So I didn't know what to really do with these. We had that one. This one, well, this one I may salvage the guts out of it because, like, look at all the cards, and then all those like those wood like bingo pieces. So I'm gonna do a craft lot of those things. Game of Lotto. Yeah, so I was just wondering if I should just do just a box for all the box, you know, just do one big lot as craft. But you have that one, and it has, this is what's on the inside of it. So, whoa. I think all the pieces to this one are there because I just dropped a piece. There it went. The little punch on that. So they're like little animals, and some of them haven't been punched out. We have that one, and then you have that. Oh, cool. But I was just like, why do I have these? Where did these come from? Thinking they were in an auction lot, because a while back I used to do auction lots. I don't do that so much anymore. We have Tiddlywinks, and it has like, but I've seen people do things like with the, you know, the game boards on them. I've seen some people like decorate their Airbnbs kind of cool with that stuff. Then you have the ring toss. This was somebody who had an Airbnb, like it looked like two dice stacked on top of each other, and then the whole inside was all these vintage games. But we have like the different like pieces in there. So, okay, I'll do that then. I'll put them as like, I'll just do like a craft lot on those. I did find, remember I did my recipe box sale? What do I found? Look at that. Have you ever seen one with metal in it? American Home menu maker. But I was like, I didn't have that then. And we also have the Chatty Baby. So I was debating on what to do with her. I got her in 2022. I mean, she has all her clothes, but the doll, Chatty, though, has been repaired. She has been repaired, but all her clothes, though, are in here. They're all like in really good condition. So wasn't sure if I should just like list her with the box or just list her clothes in like a paper doll thing. I don't know. So those are the things like, and then I'm gonna tell y'all this. The rest of this tub is filled with like tons of old advertisement tins and tons and tons of different cookie cutters that like there's just tons that I think we will like sort them and do lots, like either by metal, by holiday. Those all need to go. So that whole tin was full of that. All right, and the last last box that I have is, you ever have days where you just want to like look at yourself and you say, why? Look at this. So, anybody know who the maker? Yes, Jelly. This was hidden. Anybody want to know the maker? Yep, sure is. This is a very hard to find Viking. Most with this kind of base are the trefoil or the quadrifoil, but I did find it. I have my Viking glass book because I was like, that blue looks like the Viking blue. So I did find it. Looks like it was made in 1940. That's the only reference I can find. So I'm going to have to look this one up to try to figure out how to comp it. But I do know what I paid for that. You know what I paid for this? Anybody want to guess? Take a guess. And I have a big Swan collection, so I'm really surprised it was in this. $12. I paid $12 for this. It's just like, but yeah. So we have several vases in here. We have, I think this one was, what did I say? This was a Fostoria opalescent. Isn't that pretty? No, there is this Empoli vase that was in there. So yeah, all this stuff needs to get listed. I do have an Empoli collection. Yes, I know. I have a lot of collections. Don't get me started. And then we have this clear swung. Which I suspect this is probably an Ellie Smith. And I just need to be taken out to the field and just smacked. So the glass is coming, y'all, because 'tis the season to ship glass. And I do ship glass in the winter, but I'm not a huge fan of doing that. But so this glass is going to start getting listed. This is, I got this piece and I couldn't remember where I put it. I got this, Sky and I stumbled upon like one of these craft shows. Well, what I have a, I don't know, at some point I'll take y'all on a tour of my glass. I started just doing very specific glass. You know, like I have a large Empoli collection on top of an antique hutch. I have my swungs, and then I just rotate my swungs by season. But we found this, I'm not going to say antique show. It was like a flea market, indoor flea market in Missouri. Look at this. Look at this. It's crackle glass. But I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see the glow to it. I suspect it could be Jilly. I do suspect because you have that rough pontil. It is gorgeous. You know what I paid for this? I remember it because I remember picking it up. This guy had a $5 table. I saw it from all the way across. It was like in a gymnasium. I went running and snatched that. There are no chips, no cracks at all to this piece. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So that one. Maybe next week we'll have a glass show, guys. Maybe I'll look some of this stuff up. Give you a deal to where you can move it out. Yeah, Susan. I think that was back before things went batshit crazy. You know what I mean? So this one, now I forgot I even had this. So look at this. This is a little milk glass swung, but it's not like, this one might actually be Fostoria though, because it's got a more opalescence to it. Yeah, I suspect this one is the Fostoria milk glass. I don't know. No, there's no glow to that. So we have that. What is this one? But see, and this is what I do. Like when I put this stuff up in my tubs, it all gets wrapped up so it's protected. No, this one. I think when I looked at my sheet, this one was marked as Fenton. It needs to be cleaned. Not pretty. Have that one. So I'm not typically a Fenton collector, so that will have to go. Very few Fenton pieces that I collect. I collect the Fenton Burmese elephants. Oh, this one, I will have to see if I have this color because I do have a collection of these guys. This is, if I don't have this color, then it'll be for sale. If I do have this one, it will be for sale, but I need to double check. I have a little collection of these little opalescent Fostoria vases. And what I do is I mix them in with my bigger swungs, but they came in white, blue, pink, green, and yellow. I think were the only colors that it came in. But they're just the perfect size to nestle in. Yeah, that's been in this tote since 2022. So, that. And then, I think this, according to the label, is another Viking. This is crazy, guys. I must have picked out the swungs that I wanted to keep and put all the ones that I didn't want to keep in this bin is all I can think of, because I do have separate bins for my swungs so that by season, like in the winter, I do blue and white. And in the spring, I bring out all my pastel colors. I'm trying to see, where is the seam on this thing? Why is this not? It's weird. All right. It's taped up really good, I can tell you that much. So this is supposed to be a little Viking vase, and it is. It's the Viking drape, epic drape. I got one. Not pretty. But see, I knew when I saw this one, I was like, it's the right blue. So I knew that it had to be a Viking, right? And I think I have another drape, which is probably why I didn't decide to keep this one, because I have another drape and I didn't want two of the same one. So this one is a little bohemian. Could be Murano. It's really hard to tell on these pieces unless they have the sticker still on them, because many, and there's just really subtle differences, because some even came out of Japan. But I think this one was Bohemian. Look at this. Look at that winter scene. And it's all that gorgeous raised paint. on it, but it's that cranberry glass. Usually you just see the flowers, like, but this is, I've not seen like this winter scene on one before. Isn't that gorgeous? So that needs to get listed because I don't have any more display space for that kind of stuff. And this one, what? And this is an older piece. This is I forgot the name of the glass, but this is antique. But look at this. It says Merry Christmas. Isn't that beautiful? I forgot the maker of it, but I do know it was an antique piece. That one. Mm-hmm. Good Lord. No, what is in here? And we had that little uranium. Yeah, look at that glow on that. We had that one. I can't remember what the name of that company was. Because y'all know I like my antiques. What is this? Y'all just never know. I'm telling you, it's the reseller dungeon of shame. Oh, who likes dragonware? Who likes dragonware? I think this was one I picked up from very, very early auction lots during the Big C. So this one was made in Japan. Look at that. Now, normally you see that dragonware on that, what do you call it? Like that matte finish porcelain. This is on glass. This is blown glass. Oh, still has its original sticker. But I thought it was cool. I don't normally see it on this type of glass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see that that matte porcelain, like they would be on teacups, but then there were like vases that just had that matte finish to them. Like that. Let's see. What is this? I think I have 3 more in here, and then we'll probably call it a day, and then we'll plan a glass show. How about that? Why don't we plan a glass show for next week? Yeah, Fisk. There you go. Jeez, I don't know why I was drawing such a blank. So I see these mismarketed all the time, but these were typically like out of Taiwan, but it's your 5-finger swungs. Now, they're just as collectible. A lot of people do collect these, but they're not the Ellie Smith, the Viking, all that kind of stuff. But they are out, like I said, these were typically out of Taiwan. So we have that one in an amethyst. And what is this one? Because I think when I first started collecting swans, those were what I was collecting. And we're not going to count how many swans I have, guys. We're not going there. And then I have one in the blue. And then this one. Last one, guys. Oh, I have made a big mess down here. Yeah, yeah. There's a very niche market for those. And they are pretty. They're really pretty. Um, they're solid. I think I even sold Cheryl a green one. I think. I can't remember what color I sold her. This is hand painted by, this is a Fenton. Look at this. Hand painted. And this is red. Red, red, red. There's a bit of a cadmium glow to the, ooh, look at that. Y'all see that? That glow in that one. Yeah, right, Karen? You used to find them all the time. So, not pretty. So, that's everything I have in the tubs that I pulled for y'all today. I got a huge mess. So, I think next week I'll pull some of these items, like probably some glass, some jewelry, and we'll plan on running that. How about that? Because I got to take pictures of the stuff to list it. So I think the way I'm going to be going through processing all of this old inventory is it's going to be a what am I listing this week show. I'm going to bring it to Vamp first, give you a better price before I cross post it to my other marketplaces. That way I can get through it, because I have tried pulling things just for the weekly show and I end up with just craziness around here. So I think that approach is going to be the best for me right now until I can get this chaos back under control. All right, guys. Yeah, Susan, because otherwise I end up digging through totes and then I have half empty totes all over the place, and it just ends up being a bigger mess, is what I'm finding, Now, some stuff, as we're sorting, if it makes sense that it's Christmas, then I'm trying to put it in the Christmas stuff. But, I'm just not going to stress myself out anymore. So, all righty, guys. So, like I said, next week, going to be a mix of jewelry, the glass that we showed today. And, yeah, right? So, that's how we're going to do it. All righty. Oh, yes, Susan. Oh my God, you know how much silver I got? Oh. Yes, I have tons of it. Okay, guys, I will see y'all next week. I don't think that Felicia's on until another hour, right? 2:00, I think, is when she's on. But yes, definitely, Susan. I gotta help her now, so I'll get her to help me. All right, I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye now.